Alrighty. What's up, everybody? It is I, once again, your tribal god of extreme, Peter Joseph here, for video number 2. Even though it's 3, but full video number 2 on your late Sunday night, December the 21st, 2025. Or if you're watching later, it is now December the 22nd, 2025. 3 days away from Christmas. And the greatest thing in the world, you know what that is. And if you don't know what it is, I'm not telling you. But anyway, thank you all for watching on this late Sunday night, right here on the home of all things ranting, the #1 rant channel on YouTube right now. Because nobody can out-rant me, even if they tried. But it is the ever so popular home of all things ranting, PG Rant. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video. Hit the subscribe button down in my pants, otherwise known as the description marks below. Leave a comment on this video or any one of my videos on my respective channels. Don't leave stupid comments, because Ozzy and Satan will eat your soul in the shadow realm. They'll do it too. So don't be stupid. You want to be stupid, and go to your dumb channel, and nobody cares about it. So just get it off my channel, because I don't want it here. It's a family-friendly channel. Well, most of it, but not all of it. But anyway, so leave your comments down below. But if you leave stupid comments, they're getting deleted and you're getting blocked, sent to the shadow realm. I already said what happens. Follow me on social media: Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Don't forget to tap and slap that bell. Turn on all notifications. Don't miss the next one. And that's that. Share the video all over the internet. And if you're brand new here, well, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax, grab a tasty Gatorade or whatever you're drinking. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. If you like it, great. You don't, well, fuck you. And that's that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. I'm only drinking Gatorade because I ran out of soda. So, with no liquor in it. I feel like having some poop punch. I could have water, I could have anything else, but I just feel like having that. So, it is what it is. That's that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's late. It's your Sunday late night. Right here on the PG Rants channel. Thank you for watching. Check out my last couple of videos. I did a little quickie video over on my Peter Joseph channel talking about the 49ers clinching the playoffs thanks to Aaron Rodgers and his discount double check, and a very controversial ending to that game with the Steelers and the Lions. Lions should have won that game, but the referees kind of, did a reverse Kansas City Chiefs, and the Lions got called for an offensive pass interference. So negated a Jared Goff game-winning touchdown, and the Steelers hold on to win the game. And not only did the Niners clinch the playoffs, the Bears clinched the playoffs as well. So now that game's coming up tomorrow night in Indy with the Niners and the Colts really means something. Niners win, they get the number 5 seed, and then they have to beat the Bears next Sunday night on Sunday Night Football, and to see Cox in Week 18, which could be flexed to a Sunday night game, depending what happens tomorrow, and pretty much next week. We'll see. But right now, the Niners control their own destiny, but they're in. Now, where do they play after Week 18? That remains to be seen. Could be the number 1 seed, could be the number 5 or 6 seed. So, hopefully, the Niners can get that 1 seed so they have home field throughout the playoffs and don't have to go on the road to Philadelphia or Tampa Bay, or they have to go to Carolina. And then the road gets a little bit harder going to the Super Bowl, which is basically their home game if they get there. So, we'll see. Perhaps with that. But go Niners! And thank you, Batches, who grew up a Niners fan. Thank God we didn't draft them. You know, they did draft him. I think they traded him. Look where he ended up in Green Bay, won fucking Super Bowl. Big whoop. He still fears the Niners because he can't win in San Fran. When he was a Packer or a Jet. I don't think the Jets never faced San Fran. I think they did. Maybe I missed it, but I don't know. But whatever. So that's that. But gonna be exciting tomorrow night. I'm nervous. I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm confident the Niners can go into Indy, beat that old fart Phillip Rivers, and get that dub, and bring it back home to Santa Clara for the final 2 games of the season at home. But not going to be easy with the Bears and the Seacocks looming. What was it? If you Giant and Jet fans, well, another week, another loss. And for the Giants, 2 more games until they get the number 1 pick. And they got the Raiders next week, pretty much for that number 1 pick. And I believe that's in, I don't know if it's in JetLife Stadium or it's in Vegas. I think it's in Vegas. And then the Giants got the Cowboys, who got eliminated. How about them Cowboys? Sucks to be you. So we got that. And we move on with that. So, Football Sunday, Week 16 in the NFL concludes tomorrow. We begin Week 17 in the NFL in a league where they play for pay on Christmas night. I don't know why my voice went like that, but okay. So yeah, more football on your Thursday night. So you can watch Collision at 9 o'clock Collision. Jeez. You can watch Collision, you can watch, I think TNA Ring of Honor will be on that night, I don't know, or you can watch football. What are you going to watch, Collision or football? Yeah, 6-7. Stupidest fucking thing ever. I mean, when I went to my concert Saturday night, there was a cover band called 6-7 Dust. Who thought of that idea? What do we name our cover band, Jim? How about 6-7 Dust? Okay, it fits. Okay. I mean, there's worse names for cover bands, you know. Diabetes, you know. There was an actual name called Diabetes, not Dying Fetus, but Diabetes. But that went nowhere. Anyway, if you want to be a cover band, actually call it something good. So, but the people that were in that band, I know personally, so I'm not gonna slight them for the name, but good tunes though. Good 90s tunes. It was 90s night. So that's why. But anyway, let's get to the actual video. Now, I apologize for going 9 minutes, but you clipped it, so I don't give a shit. That's all you do. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, on your Sunday night, let me get this really out of the way. Now, as the title below says, I want to do one final rant for 2025. And there's going to be more to come probably next year too. But this one, I have to thank my good buddy, Will Rally Sport Rally. Check him out on YouTube. He's a great guy. Give him more subs. Why not? Tell him I sent you. But he did a video tonight talking about this subject in his little news video. And, you know, he talks about this schmuck. Because that's what he is, a schmuck. A fake New Yorker. No, not me, but because I'm a real New Yorker. From Brooklyn, New York, brother. Not Red Hook, but anyway. So he talks about our good buddy Jerry D, otherwise known as JD from New York, 206. And once again, Jerry opens his big mouth. In his own, well, not his own words, but we don't call Jerry a man because, he's not, because he opens his legs wider than fucking Rebby Hardy. Just saying. This guy needs to get blacklisted from the internet. He's already blacklisted from the IWC and the YWC. He's blacklisted from AEW. I wonder why. Blacklisted from WWE because they don't want nothing to do with him. And pretty much House of Glory kicked him off commentary. I think it was a few months, pretty much earlier this year, I think. For, his little, he's opened his vagina and said some bad stuff about Mercedes Moné and other things. The guy's a fucking racist. He doesn't like AEW. He's a big-time WWE shill, mark, whatever you want to call it. He's never been laid in his life besides his cat, but that's another story for another time. I know people are going to say something about me with that, but I care less. Get off it. It's 3 years ago. Almost 4 years now. Get off my dick about that. But that's all you got. When you do your little lame-ass fuck videos on me, you bring up my past. Nobody cares. I sure don't, because It is what it is. Whatever I said in the past, what I've done in the past, means nothing. Means nothing to newbies who are coming to my channel. Nobody cares about the past. Nobody judges. I mean, even the good friends I have, yes, I do have friends. You dumb fucks. A lot of good people that don't give two fucks about some of you. But that's another story for another time. But yeah. But you want to compare what JD does, to me, JD's way worse. But I digress. But yeah. The guy hates AEW. He used to love AEW until basically when he went to, I think it was All In, to an All In after party, they said, "Oh, we don't want to deal with you anymore." And he got all mad because he wanted to get into the after party, and they said, "Nope, fuck you." And now he's hated Tony Khan. He's gone back and forth with Tony Khan on Twitter. Gone back and forth with Ricochet. I'll get to in a minute. He says he's pretty much downgraded the women's division in AEW, bad-mouthing people from Mercedes Moné all the way down. He's targeted Alexa Bliss and Braun Strowman and other WWE stars have really ripped him 6 million assholes, because that's what he is. And, like I said, House of Glory kicked him off the main event when Mercedes was there. Back in, I think, the spring or summertime. The guy's a fucking idiot. Yeah, he has more subs than me. I care less. Because it's basically marks that believe in his bullshit. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make here is JD needs to get blacklisted from YouTube. He needs to get just thrown off the internet. Because he loves to open his mouth and vomit comes out, basically. Now, I mentioned this months ago, where him and Ricochet went back and forth on Twitter. You can just look up one of my rants, my last JD rant, just look that up. But, like I said, Real Rowdy's Worth Rowdy talked about this. Now, I'm going to read a tweet. Not from JD, per se. I'll get to that one in a minute. But him and Ricochet have been going back and forth, recently after Ricochet won the AEW national title. And it's just another thing with JD. He wants to get attention. He wants to get people talking about him because he's pretty much irrelevant. And he has to open his big mouth on Twitter, who should really ban him. All social media, Blue Sky, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, everywhere, he should get banned. But opening his big mouth, saying racist things and, just being an overall schmuck. And a fake New Yorker who roots for the fucking Atlanta Braves. Anyway. Alright, so I'm going to read this tweet from Vader Claus. That's his name on Twitter. And if you want to look him up, it's at James Vanderbeek, different spelling, Jaims Vanderbeek, not the actual James Vanderbeek from Dawson's Creek. But anyway, he tweeted, this was on December the 19th, so this is, as of this video, 3 days ago. JD from New York hates AEW because they made him feel like the punk-ass nobody that he is. Damn right. Truly gotten two. Donald Trump buys, but in a very small package. Well, JD has no penis, so. But I wouldn't compare him to Donald Trump. Donald Trump, it's gonna be huge. My package is huge. Okay. But anyway, moving on. So, he got some responses, this Vader Claus guy. Most of them are bad. I'm not going to go through those ones about him. So, most of them saying, praising JD, the shills and, the people that love to suck his cock and everything. Blah, 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 blah. His fake supporters. One guy said, he must work for AEW then, as the cons are good friends with Trump, so it ain't the diss, you think. And, Vader Claus replied, I don't care about AEW, you're stupid, JD has that personality. That. Basically, people saying, AEW loves Donald Trump, Tony Khan loves Donald Trump. Who doesn't love Donald Trump? Basically, Democrats. One guy said JD has more people on live stream than AEW has people in an arena for a live show. Not recently. Just saying. I mean, if they almost sold out, they're about to sell out World's End. They got a few more tickets left, so that statement is a lie, so stop the cap. So, a lot of people on Twitter and YouTube defend JD, like, oh, JD's the greatest, stop hating on him. Well, if he wasn't such a fucking mark and a fucking racist and hates everything under the sun, then he'd actually be taken seriously. I do rants on certain things that AEW does or WWE does or certain wrestlers do. I don't hate them as people. Some people I hate with a passion, but, that's separate. But I'm not going to be like JD and just, do a Twitter war with that person or even a YouTube war. But still, JD just wants to, he's trying to be me, basically getting the last word in. That fails too, by the way. Right, JD? That failed. Because you can't do a video on me because, I would just laugh at it. Remember how many times I buried Sean G Entertainment? And he finally did not one, but two responses to me, and it made me laugh. Because he's like, oh! Because everybody gave me flack for it. Look where Sean's entertainment is now. Basically irrelevant. Because he can't outrant me. JD can't outrant me. I mean, he's a good guy, but Joe Cronin can't outrant me. Hi, Joe. But nobody can, and nobody ever will. Because your opinion... Because if you try to outrant me, it's just basic bullshit that comes out of your mouth. Even you dumb fuck trolls, all you got is, oh, Peter did this to his cat. Peter did this, blah, 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 blah. Nobody cares. Because you go that route. You don't go to the actual route. Meaning, getting to the subject matter. Just bring up my past, and then, oh, now I'm going to get to his actual points, and try to nitpick, and it's like, oh, that's wrong, that's wrong. When you know it's true. But anyway, let me finish some of these tweets. Then I'll get to JD's little tweet. Let's see here. I'm reading. I'm going down the list here. Guys, please like, oh, why didn't you tag JD? You don't really have to tag JD. Fuck him. I like one say, somebody said, why don't you tag JD in your tweet? And Vader goes, no, I don't give a fuck to tag him. He's a cunt, and so are you. Shit. That's savage. That's something I would say. You know, but, anyway. And, Peter Nelson, nice name, by the way, dude. He says, God damn all the JD ball washers. Need to get off their knees and have some shame. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Get off your knees. Stop sucking his tiny one, and that's it. I don't know if I'm saying this right. Fred Janssen, because he has those little low-brow things, over the A and over the E. He says, what the fuck's a JD? The couch fucker. Shit. So that's that. Alright, I'm gonna get to the actual tweet that JD said, which pissed off a certain guy named Ricochet. Well, I mean, Ricochet, sorry. Great wrestler, but, I call him Ricochet just to be funny, but it's a great guy. Where is it here? Alright, so he said on December the 19th. Alright, December the 20th, Vader Claus tweeted, funny, just because I think JD sucks, which he does, his fans think I am an AEW super fan. I don't even watch the show. I don't watch WWE either. I just objectively think he is a fucking joke. True. For becoming an AEW hater after they didn't let him in the all-in after party and left him outside waiting like a bitch. Facts. That's facts. So that's that. And then, Northwest C, or Seahawk. I wonder if he's from Seattle. Anyway, he tweeted exactly, he's not a loser because of the wrestling show he likes or doesn't like. He's a loser because he's a loser. A loser! Once again, facts. Then Vader Claus tweeted, imagine defending something you claim to not even care about. Fucking loser trolls with no fucking life. Edgelord shit. Basically. If you are reading this and think it's about you, it is. I don't feel the need to address you directly, talking about JD here, because I do not respect you and no one else does. Facts. Plus, I know you will just come and read this, and I will ignore your response because it and you don't matter. Because JD doesn't matter in the YWC or the IWC in general. Okay, now I'm moving up here. Now I'm going to get to his actual tweet. Let me just move on here. Okay, hold on. Where is it? Oh, maybe I missed it. Okay, let me go up my history. Okay, here it is. Oh, wait, I read that. Sorry. Okay. Alright, so JD, on his Twitter machine, and this is from December 20th as well, and, so he responded to Ricochet, who said, who talked about, the whole thing with JD. He says, honestly, I'd rather be #bald than have the disgusting rat's tail, he meant rat tail he calls hair coming out the back of that probably stinking ass hat. Pretty much. I don't think JD ever washes that Atlanta Braves hat. It's probably the only hat that he has because, he's a balding motherfucker. At least I have hair. I know it's, my hairline's kind of receding a little bit, but I still look good. But I digress. Alright, so that's what Ricochet said. Then JD responds to him saying, AEW had to invent a title, meaning the national title, so you could feel important, and you still found time to watch my podcast. That's incredible commitment. I doubt Ricochet actually watches your garbage that you spew, JD. I don't even watch your shit, because I care less about it. The only time I actually gave a shit about you was way back in the day when you basically ripped Sean's Entertainment a whole bunch of new ones. That's the only time I actually had some, like, oh, this guy's serious, Just because Sean got a lot of hate from 2015 pretty much up to now. Not that he's done anything stupid lately, but I think that's good for him. Bad for me because, everybody loves my Sean's Entertainment rants. But even my JD rants are legendary too. But I digress. But like I said, I highly doubt anybody in the wrestling realm gives two fucks about JD. We know Tony Khan doesn't like the guy. I don't blame him. Ricochet and him have been going since March, basically. I believe. I don't know. It's on and off since March, but. It's just kind of resurfaced now that since I watched Real Rowdy Sports Rally's video talking about JD saying, and Ricochet going back and forth again. I'm like, oh, great, now what? So I had to look it up. So, next time, Real Rowdy Sports Rally, could you put the link next time? Don't be a Sean's Entertainment don't put the link in. When you do your news stories, you gotta cite the source somehow. Or at least say, from Ringside News, so we know where we're getting it from. I'm not hating you, just saying, get a little bit more views that way. So people are like, oh, he's talking about this, where's this from, what are you talking about? When I do my news stories, I always go to Ringside News, or if I see it on like SportsIllustrated.com or Wikipedia or whatever it may be, I actually, say, oh, I got this from this. I don't just do a Sean's review and just goes off the top of my dome. And he has a bald head too, but, whatever. But, I don't do storylines like Sean does. I don't need to do that shit. I just come out the woodwork with the most stupidest new rumors ever. And he, even if he's doing an actual news story, he words it so bad that he clickbaits a lot. He clickbaits more than Grimm's Toy Show. Dave. But, I don't need to clickbait. When I do a news story, like an important news story, I actually give the title. Like Ricochet buries JD, or something like that. That's what I would put. But it is what it is. So, just another day in the life of Jerry D. I wonder what the D stands for. I think we all know what that means. But, not, because everybody sucks his wang. Because we know he doesn't get actual, he doesn't get laid on a regular like I do. But it's just pathetic. JD's pathetic. I don't think anybody should take him seriously. Don't subscribe to him. If you do, I mean, it's your prerogative. I'm not gonna. I mean, if you subscribe to him today, I don't give a shit. And you can show him this video. He's not gonna care. He knows he doesn't want to admit it, but he knows who I am. He just doesn't want to do a video trying to bury me for 10, 20, 30 minutes. Because, you know, that gives me publicity, and I'm giving him publicity too, but still. I'm actually giving facts. I mean, he couldn't care less about me, because he thinks I'm a nobody, like Sean is. You know, I don't know, him and Joe Cronin are like, I don't know if, you know, they have a love-hate relationship. I don't know how it is these days, but pretty much Joe hates JD. Like I said, take that with a grain of salt. But, you know, JD's just another one of those male chauvinist pieces of shit that hates everything under the sun. Oh, I love AEW. AEW's great. WWE sucks. Fuck Hunter. Fuck Vince McMahon. Fuck TKO. Fuck The Rock. This and that. Oh, you said that 4 or 5 years ago, JD. Now that AEW hasn't been doing so well lately. Oh, I love WWE. Like, what are you, Kozlov? I love WWE. I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinion on on professional wrestling and life itself, but you go online, you go on a social media platform like YouTube, and you just open your big mouth, and you say, oh, you know, this about a wrestler. Yeah, some of them might hear you. I haven't had that, because, you know, I might have said some shit about Roman. Imagine Roman would have heard that back in the day. I would have had egg in my face. But still, I came out like a man and said, you know what? Roman, you're a great guy, you know. Because I did say some bad stuff about Roman when he was pretty much getting shoved down our throats worse than Cena back in the day. And I hated Cena back in the day, too. I was like, what's worse, having Cena or Cena 2.0, which is Roman? And I hated Charlotte Flair. I still kind of do, but not to the extent that I would say something mean and really mean about Charlotte. But yeah, I said mean things about Roman, but I came out like a man and apologized to the fans, to him personally, back in 2018-19 when he came out with his leukemia. When he had to leave WWE, he had to drop the Universal title because, you know, he had to leave because his leukemia flared up and shit. Which was a really emotional Raw. And then a couple months go by, he comes back to an epic fucking pop, and he says, I'm in remission, y'all. I clapped, I cried. And from that day, I've been a Roman fan. Not because of a certain other YouTuber we know named Issa, but people think, oh, you're a fan of Roman because of Issa. That's wrong, because I met Issa in 2022, I believe. Thanks to Otaku. So he opened his big mouth. And another guy that's a male chauvinist pig, because he hates women of this generation, because, you know, he'll never get laid from an actual woman. You know. But at least me and Otaku are on a civil level. I mean, I don't care what he does now. I really don't care. I mean, I think he did a short recently. Go to his channel, you can watch it. Talking about, you know, women of this generation, you know, more stuff about hating women. I'm like, I think he's secretly gay. I'm not labeling him gay. I'm just saying, if he thinks all these women are, like, really evil people, and, they won't give him the time of day and this and that, I wonder why, because you say evil means stupid shit about them. I would feel bad if he meets somebody at the mall, or he meets them at a wrestling show, or whatever, and the woman just feels so bad for him, she gives him pity sex. You know what pity sex is, right? Oh yeah, you're cute, oh fuck you, but, I don't want to do anything, no, I don't want to have a relationship with you. That's pity sex. Oh, I just, I thought it was cool, we had a couple of dates, yeah, I fucked him, but I don't want to do nothing with him anymore, Can't have a relationship just based on that. Come on now. Either you're going to be with the guy, for a while, or like, some woman go, oh yeah, so look at a picture of Otaku and go, yeah, I hate him. It's like, but then they get the ever so popular question, well, if Otaku and you were on a fucking island and he was the last man on Earth, would you fuck him? Lady might say yes because she's lonely. You're like, well, what am I gonna do? Just gonna play with myself all day? I mean, you could do that, but then you got a guy there, and like, oh fuck, it's Otaku! But, But it is what it is. I mean, she's like, oh, Freeman, out of pity, I might bang him just to get myself, just to get the sex out of the way, But still, that's the same thing with JD. I don't think any real woman would want JD because of what he says about women. But still, I don't know. Anyway, guys, I don't even know where I went on that. I went so far off, and I don't even remember now. Sorry. It's late. But, yeah. JD's, he'll never get invited into an AEW locker room, even a women's locker room, even a WWE locker room, Ring of Honor, any locker room, even the Indies locker room. I don't blame House of Glory either, but really, Amazing Red, if you ever watch this, and if not, somebody send it to him. This part, send the video to him and get to this point, 37:45. Amazing Red, I know you're a great guy. Good stuff with House of Glory. I know I call it House of Boring, but I only call it House of Boring because of JD. Because his commentary is just boring. So if you need a new commentator, hit me up on Twitter. We'll work something out. Because, as we all know, me and Joe Cronin could do way better commentary than JD ever could. I bet the other commentators hate JD. I probably would. I'm not a betting man per se, but I bet House of Glory hates JD. They see him come in, oh, it's JD. Production meetings, oh, we gotta talk to Jerry, gotta get this guy, gotta get him filmed, let's film in, and then... So, Amazing Red, please, for the love of God, ban him for life from House of Glory. Please. Get somebody new. I'm just saying. But, anyway, yeah, so... That's all I gotta say for now. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go to bed, because I got other things to do with my time and my life, so... Getting ready for Christmas and, the end of the year. So, that's that. So, leave me your thoughts and opinions down below about JD and the whole him and Ricochet beef that's been going on since March, and now it's kind of escalated again a couple of days ago. And that's pretty much it. Who do you support? Ricochet or a schmuck from New York named JD? I hope some people, support Ricochet in this situation. And if you support JD, more power to you, but you're drinking the wasted pale ale Kool-Aid, basically. That tastes horrible. It is what it is. And like I said before, I may hate certain things, but I'm not going to go to the lengths JD goes, and it's like, oh, he hates an entire promotion. I don't hate WWE. Some things I do hate, but I'm not going to hate the entire promotion or Triple H or Nick Khan, man, or, anybody else in that company. I would say, yeah, I want him out because I don't like the way he's running things. This and that. But I'm not gonna oh, he needs to get, he needs to get blackballed and whatever. That's JD purposes, but, I'm not gonna wish, harm on him or anything like that. I did that with Roman, and like I said, I apologize for that. Same thing with Cena. And not because Issa now, likes Cena. Oh, you like Cena now because Issa loves Cena. Oh, Issa loves Bad Bunny. Now you're a fan of Bad Bunny because years ago you hated Bad Bunny. You do know you could hate somebody and then you give them a second chance? So I didn't like Bad Bunny's Jesus Christ. Bad Bunny's music per se back in the day. I did listen to it. It's not my cup of tea. Back then. Even though when I used to my clubbing days, when Daddy Yankee and all those reggaeton people came out, I loved that shit. I didn't know who Bad Bunny was until maybe 2008, 2009. I'm like, who the hell is this guy? And yeah, I did say, said a couple bad things about Bad Bunny, blah, 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 blah. But that's years ago. I'm going to tell Issa. She don't care. She don't care about what I said 2 years ago about Bad Bunny. She don't even care what I said about Roman. She don't care. All she cares about is herself, her subscribers, and everything else. I know me and her are good friends, but still. I might say something that she don't like, but we're civil, so. If she likes Kendrick Lamar, that's fine. I personally don't like that mumble rapper. Because I'm more this than, A minor, stuff like that. I can't stand Kendrick. I can't listen to him. It drives me mad. I didn't like his Super Bowl. I didn't like it at all. I didn't even watch it. And now that Bad Bunny's doing the Super Bowl is going to get way more ratings than Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl. I guarantee that. But, hey, if Issa likes a certain rapper, fine. I don't care. Yeah, she makes fun of Code Orange when Aleister Black comes out, because, she can't sing she can't do the lyrics. Issa, you gotta listen to the lyrics a little bit more, just saying. She does, yeah. She makes fun of the metal, and I get a little pissed off. But she's a metalhead at heart. So, it gives me, she gets brownie points with me on that. She likes AC/DC. I didn't know that, She's like quoting Bob Scott. You want blood? That's Steel Dragon. But still. It's an AC/DC song, but, you could take that another way if you watch Rockstar, with Mark Wahlberg and, Steel Dragon. They have a song called Blood Promotion. He goes, you want blood? So you could take that as, oh, Issa loves Bon Scott and AC/DC. But in other terms, she loves Rockstar. If you like Steel Dragon. Still. But, I'm not going to hate somebody. I'm like, oh, you like Kendrick. Oh, big deal. I care less. But in no way do I like Roman because of her. Do I like Bad Bunny because of her? No. like I said, I gave Bad Bunny a second chance. Because I didn't, particularly like his music. But now I'm getting into it. I said bad shit about Iron Maiden back in the day because of the whole thing with Sharon Osbourne at Ozfest. When Bruce said bad stuff about Sharon, and Sharon was like, oh, tells the fans to egg fucking Iron Maiden. And they kicked, they like, oh, they're getting egged, and they had to leave the stage. Left Ozfest, I was like, yay! I was like, good! And at the time, the only songs that I liked from Iron Maiden are the actual hits, basically. Run to the Hills, The Trooper. But, after a couple years of hating it, I was like, you know what? I go to some cover shows and they're playing Iron Maiden tracks I never heard before. Like, Stranger in a Strange Land, Phantom of the Opera, Killers and stuff like that, even from the, Paul Di'Anno days. I'm like, oh, this sounds good, I gave it a second chance. I love Iron Maiden now. Even the new stuff with Senjutsu. And I seen them live, too. Not even before they were on Ozfest. The new stuff, when they were at, there was the Garden. I went to that show. Good stuff, man. Their stage show was just epic. I mean, Eddie! Eddie, one of the greatest mascots in metal, next to Skelly and that guy, the Disturbed mascot. We need more mascots in metal, you know what I mean? So, if you're a metal band, get a mascot. Just saying. But, yeah, I hated Iron Maiden for years, and now I love them. The same thing with Bad Bunny. I hated him. I liked the guy, not because of another person. I gave him a second chance. Nobody told me, it's like, oh, you should give Bad Bunny another listen, another chance. Never got that with anybody. Oh, Pete, you hate Kendrick Lamar. Why don't you give him a second chance? No. On that route, no. Because like I said, I don't listen to mumble rap. I can't understand it. I don't care about it. The only rap I will listen to is OG rap. Give me some Biggie, give me some Tupac, Dr. Drizzy, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Ice-T, Ice Cube, NWA. Old school rap, even Slim Shady, Eminem, LL Cool J, Nas, and people like that. KOS-One, I mean, so many old school 90s, or late 80s, 90s, early 2000 rappers. 50 Cent, who really annihilated Diddy. Haha. So, and I have to defend the metal community all the time because all these morons say, oh, we can't understand it. Why you listen to screaming metal? You do know screaming metal has messages in the song. Suicide, prevention, depression, stuff like that. What do you think I listen to in this moment and Disturbed? Because they have certain songs I listen to when I need to listen to it. If I'm having a bad day, I feel like I want to kill myself, and I just throw on some metal, and it makes me calm. It eases my mind, and I'm fine. Oh, we can't understand it. Read the lyrics. You can hate the song still, you can hate the band, but if you listen to the song a little bit, give it a second chance, maybe, just maybe, you might be a fan. I know people that don't like In This Moment, now they're fans. They don't like Conquer Divide, now they're fans. Or any other band I listen to, Creed, Nickelback, whatever. And then, I get outside of metal. I listen to Lady Gaga, and everyone's like, oh, you like Lady Gaga because she's homosexual. No, she's not. Oh, she caters to the LGBTQRSTUV community. So what she does? Oh, you like Lady Gaga? That means you are homosexual or bisexual. I'm like, what? No, I'm straight as an arrow because I have a hot wife. And then I get ridiculed for liking Lady Gaga. Seriously. It's like saying I like Nickelback and I like Creed. Because you don't like Nickelback, you don't like Creed. I mean, seriously. You don't know music. You just come on YouTube or go on social media with your stupid fucking opinions. Oh, Lady Gaga doesn't sell as much as Rant or NF. Bullshit. Bullshit. Rant is garbage. I can't stand him. There's another guy, a guy from the UK, that's a freaking Eminem wannabe. Even if Eminem, I can't even say his name. Eminem likes the guy, he ain't shit. NF, same thing. I don't even know who NF is. I care less. So if it ain't metal, it's pretty much crap. But you can call me a hypocrite saying that because, oh, you listen to Lady Gaga then. You saying Lady Gaga's crap? No. You're not getting what I'm saying. I can like metal. I can like whatever genre of music I want. I just hate country music. That's satanic. Still. But, you know, I love the 80s with a passion. There's certain bands from the 80s I don't particularly like, but I'll listen to some songs here and there. I used to like Limp Bizkit. I hate Limp Bizkit now. I don't like their new stuff at all. I think their last album, Limp Bizkit Still Sucks, whatever it was called, pretty much sums up them because they do suck. And Zach Wilder will tell you, Limp Bizkit still sucks dick. And Fred Durst is a piece of shit. But even when they came out with, you know, their first couple albums were great. Nookie and, you know, Fred Durst and Method Man. I was like, yeah, that's a good song. METHOD, man. Yeah, I like Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang, motherfucker. Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing with. The Jizza, the RZA, oh dirty bastard. You know. Good stuff. I mean, you know, God bless old dirty bastard. God bless that man. Baby, I like it raw. You know. Yeah, I had his album too. I have some rap albums. 50 Cent, DMX. I mean, God bless his mighty soul, DMX. You know. But, you know, minus all that, that's the stuff I listen to. So don't slight me for liking Lady Gaga just because she, you know, just because she caters to the homosexual community. So what she does? Oh, she caters to them. She caters to kids. I don't remember, you know, some idiot says, oh, I forgot who it was. I think it was Lady Gaga or a metal act. It's like, oh, they cater to kids. Yeah, you do know kids love metal too, right? Kids love Lady Gaga, yes, but adults do too. Rosa loves Lady Gaga. You're gonna slight her? Rosa loves metal. She has a love-hate relationship with it in this moment. Don't ask. Just hates Maria's theatrics now with the sex changes. Not the sex changes per se. The wardrobe changes. Yeah, I hate that too, but still, I love the metal. I don't care about I don't give a fuck about some of the theatrics. I think some of it's cool, but the constant wardrobe changes a little bit too much. But I still love the band. I would die on a fucking hill in this moment. And for heavy metal, I think anybody would. I'd die on a hill for Lady Gaga and Justin Timberlake and people like that. Ariana Grande. I listen to Ariana Grande. Is there something wrong with that? And then I get people like, oh, you, because I listen to Japanese death metal or Taiwanese death metal, like bands like Thonic and Hanabi. And there's other bands, The Who, not that Who from England, the legendary Who. I'm talking about the Who, H-U, from Mongolia. Mongolian death metal. People give me flack for liking that. And then they say, oh, go listen to your K-pop. Just because I listen to Japanese death metal, or Taiwanese death metal, or Korean death metal. That's not K-pop! I did a video about that. So go watch that. Japanese K-pop is not metal. It has some influences. Listen, influences of K-pop, but it is not K-pop. Baby metal is a fusion of metal and K-pop. Still metal, though. So, don't give me that bullshit that, oh, go listen to your K-pop, Peter. Yeah, I will. I will listen to a Nabi when I go to bed. How about that? Kiss my fucking ass. You don't know metal. You can't debate me. So go fuck yourself. You pieces of shit. And all you wrestling marks out there, you can't debate me either. So kiss my ass. JD, you can't debate me either. You can't outrant me. Go fuck yourself. That's all I gotta say. I'm done with this video. I know it's an hour. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit how long this fucking video is. I don't care. Because I got a lot to say, and I'm gonna get stuff off my chest and off my mind. But you're gonna watch. And you're gonna critique. But I care less for your opinion. Unless it was like Lisa or Joe Cronin with people like I respect. Then I'm like, okay, let's talk privately, whatever. I was like, okay, yeah, I agree. I went a little overboard on some things. Blah, blah, blah. That's fine. But to others that I don't respect, like Jerry and his fucking dick-sucking community, I don't give a fuck about you. Keep sucking his tiny cock, just like you did with Sean's Entertainment. Where's Sean now? Pretty much irrelevant. He might have 100, I don't know how many subs he has, as I don't care about Sean. I don't care. He's still a clickbaiting bastard. At least he's calmed down from being a piece of shit. So he's learned a little bit, because he knows. He knows if he fucks up once, you know he's going to be coming for him. Same thing with JD. I mean, people are like, oh, you have an obsession with JD. You have done 500 videos about JD. No, not 500. Not even close. Same thing with Sean, 500 videos. How many videos are on me, though? Hypocrites. Just saying. Just saying. I know I'm not the flavor of the month or anything like that. And people love to ridicule me. It's like, oh, watch out for this guy. But thank you for giving me attention. Bitch. Anyway. But I'm just the guy from I'm another guy from New York, but I'm a real guy from New York, not JD. Just saying. Because he lives in Westchester. I live in Brooklyn, a way better place. So Jerry, keep yelling and screaming on your garbage podcast. Keep yelling on Twitter, making, saying some stupid shit to Ricochet. Keep bad-mouthing AEW. I'm not I'm not an AEW mark saying that. I'm just a wrestling fan. I'm not a mark. I'll mark out for wrestlers, per se, but I'm not a, overall mark. Just saying, there's a difference. So, It is what it is. But yeah, JD, keep bad-mouthing AEW, keep bad-mouthing wrestling, and all the hard-working men and women that do their job. All you have to do, JD, is click, turn it off. But you're gonna still watch because you gotta do your job. I gotta do my podcast and yell and scream for 2-3 hours. Just because you don't like something. Blah, 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 blah. But hey, once again, if you wanna drink JD's dirty Kool-Aid, go ahead. But if you wanna come to realness, you come to this guy, you come to people like Issa, you come to people like Joe Cronin, and other real YouTubers that have a better opinion than JD and Sean and people, other pieces of shit like that. That's all I gotta say. So, leave me your opinions about this whole thing with JD and Ricochet. And that's all I gotta say. So, like Trick Willie would say, let's talk about it. But if you're gonna leave something stupid, leave it for your garbage channel. Because I'm not gonna care. So all you JD dick suckers, you want to defend him in my comment section, ain't gonna fly. So, that's it. Send the video, I don't give a shit. If JD wants to bash me and do a video bashing me, I don't give a fuck. Thank you for the free views, asshole. Fake fucking New Yorker. Braves ain't shit. They ain't shit. Oh, they won in 2021-22. Big fucking deal. Big deal. You got your little trophy. Big deal. Oh, the Mets haven't won since 1986. I don't care. I don't care. I do not like the Atlanta Braves. At all. If they face the Yankees, then I still root for the Yankees. Over the Braves. Just because I hate the Braves. As much as I hate the Yankees, if I ever saw another World Series with the Braves and the Yankees, I'm rooting for the Yankees. Yeah, it's a shock, right, Issa? I'm just saying, but, you know. I tell Issa herself, I'm a Met fan rooting for the Yankees because I hate the Braves. I think any Met fan would root for them. Same thing with the Yankees and the Philadelphia Phillies. I root for the Yankees. As much as I would never want that World Series to ever happen. You know, I hate the Islanders in hockey. I don't like the Knicks. I know certain people love the Knicks. You know, that Knicks-Pacers series, I rooted for the Pacers. Because the Knicks eliminated my Celtics. I'm like, alright, I was mad. Yeah. So I'm like, alright, fuck the Knicks. I hope the Pacers beat them. And what did they do? The Pacers won. So, yeah, I go on social media like, ha ha, fuck the Knicks. Same thing with the Yankees when they lose. Fuck the Knicks. Fuck the Yankees. You know. The same thing with wrestling. There's certain wrestlers I don't like. Not as a person. I just don't like their character. Listen, character. I was like, oh, get him out of this fucking promotion. Get him off my TV. Like William Yuta. I don't hate Darby. Darby, hi guys! You know. I don't hate Orange Cassidy. I just think he's, lazy, you know. Great wrestler, though. Good guy. I met the guy, too. You know. But Darby, I've seen Darby. I never met the guy, but if I did, I'd shake his hand. I'd say, good stuff, but still, I'd be respectful. If he came out and was like, oh, I seen your YouTube channel. Why are you bashing me? I say, hey, I got an opinion. I don't hate you. I mean, I don't hate you as a person, I just don't like your character. I like Roman. I like this person. I'm a bigger fan than. But I like your work. I respect you, what you do in the wrestling business. I don't hate you as a person. Okay? So you people want to say, oh, you hated Cena. Yeah, I hated Cena because he was getting pushed down our throats. I don't hate John the person per se, even though his values, as a, with women, especially Nikki Bella. But now he's happily married for almost more time than his first marriage. John's happy he's retired-ish. He's still an ambassador. We'll see him, every so often, like Sting is an ambassador of AEW. He'll appear maybe, every once a blue moon on AEW television in the future, but same with Cena. When they bring back the Legends, let's bring back Cena for a Legends night. Why not? But, I don't hate John. I don't hate John Cena. I don't. I'm glad he retired. I hate the way he did retire. He should have just passed out. Not tap out, passed out. I would have been fine with that. Still, I said Walter was going to retire him anyway. Just like he's going to do to AJ Styles and Brock Lesnar. Because he's doing a Randy Orton Legend Killer gimmick. 2.0 version. But, if Roman ever retires and somebody like Walter retired him, I wouldn't be mad at all. I wouldn't be mad. If it's somebody stupid, then maybe I would hate that person. I was like, oh, fuck this guy! I don't hate Roman anymore. I love Roman. Roman's my tribal chief. He will always be my tribal chief. Since 2019. Not because of Esau or somebody else. Same thing with Cena. The same thing with Bad Bunny. So if you don't like the people that I actually listen to and watch, fuck you. Do I care who you like? No. Oh, you can like the same metal bands as I do, but the opinions you have, I can't. I may agree with you on some things, but some other things I'm like, what are you talking about? Like the whole Lady Gaga situation. Oh, she caters to just the kids, and she caters, she caters to the gay community. That's a lie. Yes, she does cater to that community, but she also caters to kids. She caters to adults. Look it up. And also, stop with the bullshit about me liking Hanabi and Korean death metal, Japanese death metal, screaming metal. So what? I like screaming metal. I can't listen to it, then don't listen to it. Go listen to your bullshit. If you like Metallica, go listen to Metallica then. Nothing wrong with listening to Metallica. I like Metallica too. But I've been in the music business longer than you know them. I know more metal than you do. I know more about music than you do. I'm not going to debate you on it because your opinions don't matter to me. You might have a couple good points, but still. You're going to just come out with a phony fucking bullshit opinion on In This Moment. I'm like, I don't want to need to hear this shit. I don't need to hear it. I'm like, say what you gotta say, and I'm gonna just annihilate you after that. With facts. But you don't know In This Moment from a hole in the wall. You don't know the discography. You have to look it up just to think you can like, oh, I know about this. You don't know about that. I actually do. I'm just playing with you. Oh, I don't know that. I do. You don't. Some idiot say, oh, I know more In This Moment than you do. Sure you do. I asked him point blank, what was In This Moment's former name before it became in this moment. He couldn't even answer it. I waited a couple of days. Never got back. I win. And then I asked him another question. He got back to me. I was like, oh, yeah, you gave me the correct answer. I was like, oh, did you look that up, right? Then he said, it says, oh, I copy and paste something. No, I copy and pasted it just to make you look stupid. Once I knew the answer, I didn't need to copy and paste it. I just did it so I can make you upset. Good job. So, don't even bother. Don't even bother debating me about metal. Or 80s metal, or anything like that. Don't debate me. You will automatically lose. Same thing with wrestling. There's certain things I don't know because, I'm old. I'm almost 49. I'm going to be 49 in a few days, so there's certain things from the past I remember, but I have senior moments, so sue me. But that's that. So, I'm going to end this. It's late. It's really late. I really got to get this done, but it is what it is. But you're going to watch it anyway. So, JD, go fuck yourself. Your supporters, go fuck yourself. I stand with Ricochet on this. Because Ricochet knows what he's talking about. And even if I don't like Ricochet, his character per se, he's still a good guy. He's banging a hot chick named Samantha Irvin. Lucky you. Am I jealous? A little, but I'm not like, oh, I wish I was him. I do wish I was him, but, gotta be realistic here. When I make fun of, I say, oh, Asuka, Kairi, Io, and Mina are my 4 amazingly hot Asian wives, and I bang them religiously, right? That's being funny. That's why it's called satire. Learn the difference. I say that to play a character. I'm just saying it just like, oh, I want to bang Asuka, Not gonna ever happen. I mean, I know Io single, but would it ever happen I get with Io? Hey, stranger things have happened, but still. But, realistically, just being realistic, I got the missus, so. It's just a fantasy. It's just a fantasy, whoa. Okay, Billy Joel. See? I know Billy Joel, too! I listen to Billy Joel, I listen to Rod Stewart, I listen to, obscure bands, too. Let's listen to some Foghat, No, I didn't say the F word, the derogatory gay F word, I didn't say it. I said Foghat. There's a band named Foghat. Look it up. Foghat. Oh, I know how to spell. But anyway, leave me your thoughts and opinions down below, and that's pretty much it. Alright guys, after an hour and 14 minutes of spiel, you watched all of it, you loved it. And that's all I gotta say. So, once again, Jerry D, JD, the Junkyard Dog, whatever you want to call him. JD from New York, go fuck yourself. Ricochet, pound. And to all the other JD haters, good job. Keep doing what you're doing. And that's pretty much it. Alright, I'm out of here. Have a great Christmas week. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow with some more wrestling. Talk about AEW Dynamite and 2 Collision reviews. So, 2 videos. We're going to do Dynamite, and then we're going to do Collision from last Wednesday and last Saturday. So, I'm going to break them up a little bit. 2 videos tomorrow. Then we'll get ready for Monday Night Raw. And then, we'll do the Raw review, do the NXT review, and then we'll celebrate Christmas, level 49, and then I'm out of here for 6 days. So I'm on vacation, I'm on hiatus, and then hard reset, January 1st, after the ball drops, we are back. And we kick off 2026. And that's it. The resurrection arc begins. Because I'm going to focus on my life and not focus on stupid shit anymore. And I'm not going to care what a bunch of dumb fuck, jealous, fucking obsessed fucking marks think about me. They want to keep doing it on their dead channels, more power to them. I personally don't care. But your little cash cow ain't gonna be caring anymore. So, that's that. So, consider this the end. So, thanks for watching, obsessed fuckers. I'm Peter Joseph signing off. Peace out. Rock on and rock hard with your compute! And if you're not down with that, JD, you dumb fuck supporters, and anybody else that doesn't like me, well, for the final time in 2025, for the Rant channel, I got me and a prophecy, the greatest thing since sliced bread. We're real and you're not. We all collectively got 3 words for you. Get ready. Come closer to the screen. Closer. Closer. Fuck you, man. That's it. Remember it. Adios. Happy New Year, fuckers!